Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to talk today about quantum leaping through boundary setting. So this is an interesting concept that I actually realized myself, I've never heard this before, so hopefully I can explain this in a way that really lands and allows you to start implementing this into your life so that you can start to see this as well. So quantum leaping, manifesting, I like to call it quantum leaping because it really is this instant shift of an entire complete state of being. That is how I approach manifestation. I don't like one-off manifestations anymore. That's boring to me. I like to completely shift it and have my whole world show up differently because how you do one thing is really how you do everything. And last week I made a video on manifesting by raising your bare minimum and how you can actually do that in love and money, in business and relationships, in literally your health, everything through raising your bare minimum. So definitely go watch that. Not now, but later after this. And boundary setting. When I talk about boundary setting, what I am speaking of is actually boundary setting with yourself. It's all about what you are willing to give energy to. Boundary setting, this is not like a therapy thing we're talking about here. This is not like learn how to set boundaries and control other people. No. Boundaries are for you and your energy conservation. Because all that we really have is our own energy. And we get to choose how to spend that currency. What we don't want to do, at least I don't enjoy it, and I know that, other entrepreneurs and women and, this is mainly who I'm talking to, but all of us who are really trying to better our lives or just experience that next level, which I find completely enjoyable, right? This is not something that you have to be doing or should be doing. If you're enjoying your life, then go on with it. But what I found is that the more you shift your state into the woman or the man or the person that you really desire to experience yourself as, the more that you value your time. And I see this as a really big place, especially if you have a business, that you can get stuck. And this is totally applicable to relationships and love as well, or dating or whatever that you are focusing on. This is a place where people get stuck. It feels like frustration. That's what it feels like. And what it is really not having clear boundaries around your energy and what you're willing to put your focus on. So when I say focus, I mean time and I mean energy. That is pretty much the recipe for manifestation. Quantum leaping, shifting your state is focus, time, and energy. So when I say, setting boundaries to really make these quantum leaps, what I mean is think of all of the energy and time that you can really never get back and you are just expending in your life, in your reality, either allowing yourself to go into old states of being that sabotage you. This is sort of what self-sabotage is. Or allowing yourself to interact with someone that you told yourself you weren't going to anymore. None of this is wrong or bad or whatever. Like, we can put labels on it. We can make it mean anything. It's not really wrong or bad, but what it does is it pulls your focus and attention completely away from the state of being that you actually want to experience. So whenever you go into the old thing, or you talk to the ex, or you go into that old state of your business and entertain, oh my God, I'm only going to make this much this month, or oh my God, my ex is texting me, or maybe a certain type of man you're like entertaining still, even though you want to experience this next level type of relationship, next level treatment being provided for, like whatever that is for you. You are giving your two most valuable ingredients into manifesting that next level reality to this old state of being. And you're keeping it alive with your time and with your energy. That's what keeps it alive. And the more you split this and continue to do that, or completely give it to the old thing, the less you can give it to the new desired outcome. The less you can really, what this really is, and I'm sure you've heard me talk about this before, if you watched any of my other videos, is that what you're really doing is you're starving your inner state, which is basically the medium, like the, I guess, how do I say this? The pivotal point, if you're looking at it as past self, past state of being, new state of being. Well, you have your inner state, which needs to be complete or is complete already. And you're either choosing to try to split it between the two, or you're choosing to completely go back into that old state where all of the old stuff is going to keep manifesting. Or you're choosing to put that time and energy and attention, aka focus, onto the new one. So what does this look like? Putting your focus on the new state of being, where you're going to quantum leap, instantly manifest, right? AKA not even going to be thinking about it, because of course it's going to manifest into reality, because that's just who you are. It's like not even something you're thinking about. You're not noticing that fake concept of separation. That's in this state. That's in the old state. Of course, everything's separate because that's the state that you're in. You're in the not good enough. You're in the lack of safety. You're in the I never get what I want. So that's what it's going to show you. It's all a mirror. But when you're in this new one, you don't even question those things because you already have it. It's complete. What I notice this shows up as is people, let's give a business example. So people, entrepreneurs, let's say, will, when they don't value or when they don't understand this concept or see how powerfully it plays out in their income, in their life, honestly, it's not just the business thing, they will decide to give away their time on networking calls, on, chatting with people for like an hour and a half. Like they'll have hour-long discovery calls or free coaching sessions, or they won't raise their prices. That's how it looks, because they don't actually value their time and their energy. But when you start to, or let's give it a dating example too, right? This will look like having those lower standards that you actually don't even enjoy because you feel like you have to, because you don't value your time and energy. You'll continue to talk to, men or women who are not showing up for you in the way that you really want to. And you're giving your time and attention and energy to these things, to these realities, to these suggestions. Ooh, I'm going to make a whole video on this actually. But to these suggestions, honestly, that's what it is. It's a suggestion for you to either mean something, oh yes, this is true. We're going to continue manifesting this. Or if we want to see it as a suggestion, well, no one's holding a gun to your head to give it your focus and attention. You just feel that way, that you have to, or that you don't really have any other choice, or that you don't really value your time, energy, and attention yet, your focus, your manifesting power, your state-shifting power, your internal world. You don't value that yet because you have been, of course, conditioned not to. That's what we've all been conditioned as, right? Through any sort of system that we've gone through, school system, corporate world, whatever. Those are the limiting beliefs of most people, is that their focus is not powerful, that it's not important, that they should sacrifice themselves in order to get something. If that's how you enjoy to experience it, then sure, go ahead. But this is not the mainstream of thought that most people are creating the reality by. And that's why most people aren't doing it. That's why, whenever you hear this, you're like, oh, Thank you for the reminder. Or maybe you're hearing this for the very first time. So this phrase kind of came up here, and I want to throw this in. You don't really owe anyone an explanation for your preferences on what you want to manifest. You don't owe anyone an explanation on how you desire to experience love, of why you're in this certain state of being, right? You don't owe anyone an explanation on why you're valuing your time and energy more. I just wanted to give that permission. And honestly, once you start doing it, like no one, like I said, when you shift that state of being anyways, your whole world shows up differently. So you're not going to be questioned on this anyways. That wouldn't make sense in that new complete state of being where your time is radically valued, where you take extreme responsibility for the boundaries that you're setting on your own energy. And this can even go actually mainly at this point, like once you have shifted into more of a reality where you're not really dealing with toxic external people in your life. Like I don't deal with that. I don't experience that. I'm the toxic person to myself and to my next level state or manifestations, right? I'm the one that I'm having to set boundaries with. That's what it can starts to look like. Instead of setting boundaries around, oh, I don't experience this with men. I don't experience this with people. I'm not going to entertain that self-talk within myself. I'm not going to entertain these states shifting back to old, complete states within myself. I actually have boundaries around that now. And when you start to move into that, that's when these instant manifestations happen. I use quotes around this because instant, it's just already complete, right? But that's a way for it to make sense. Like that's a way for me to explain it. But it's already complete. When something's already complete, like I don't think, oh, I really want a hydro flask. Or I really wish I had one. You know, like I already have it. It's right here. I don't think about it because it's already complete. That is the line of thinking. That is the way of thinking, sort of the belief system that allows for these quantum leaps, for these instant shifts, is that right there. So with that being said, I am going to be hosting a free masterclass on May 10th, tentatively, like I've said in the last video. I don't think I'll be giving birth sooner than that, but you know, just in case I start getting super tired, I will probably push it a little bit earlier, maybe around May 4th or 5th, something like that. Make sure to sign up below so that you can stay updated on that, because I will definitely be sending out an email to the list of everyone who's signed up to let you know if it's pushed earlier or later. But tentatively, Mistress of Manifestation is going to be on May 10th, and I'm very, very excited about this. I have, so much put together for this already, and I'm just very excited to teach everything that has really come together for me in the last year of completely transforming not only my business, but also after a year of being, or over a year of being married at this point, really going into and seeing how we can shift our relationship for the better. And also, if you haven't already, definitely go pick up Level Up Your Man Masterclass, but also how you can manifest through, a different version of your man or men in general. I said on there that one is for women who are married, but honestly, I think anyone can benefit from it, just in how men show up for them in general. It's an interesting sort of, I don't know how to explain it other than how I explained it in the masterclass, but it's a beautiful way to see people differently and have your reality show up differently for you in forms of relationships. So definitely grab that, because I won't be diving into that into Mistress of Manifestation, but I will be diving into so much more. So definitely sign up for that below. If you would like to explore working with me one-on-one, I will also leave the application for that below as well. and I will see you in the next one. I will continue to be posting because I'm pre-recording videos here, so excited. Definitely leave a comment if you enjoyed this, but I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one.